probably doesn't understand what we're... Whoops! Sorry! No...
You there! You dare disrespect our Oh, you mean... Oh, I see. Sorry, my mistake. Some introductions are in order, and this is our Iktomisor Elder.
Whoa, that...
In truth, we usually go with Elder Talapo has... But one thing...
What sort of...
If it's all right with... Very well. You can use this scroll to go directly to the obsidian altar. Don't worry, it's just one of...
Take what you need.
Whoa, what was that just now?
One of the routine duties of a priest. The chief is just over...
Well, the Masters of the Night Wind are
All right, I've told the chief why we're here, and now you may...
So, you two are the appointed one.
so tall.
Unusually so.
Oh, no, of course not. Sorry, Paimon just reacted.
Ah, yes. Kaholam told me throughout our
Really?
Allow me to not just it is a tradition we... However, and these scrolls can open when the Iktomisor
Whoa, so you...
Elder Talapo.
Okay, but...
As a matter of fact,
How come?
in the 200 years...
Does that mean 200?
No.
Man, this tribe...
Yes. The notion that we have to rely...
Huh. That's pretty...
But I am something I have dedicated my...
Wow, that sounds great!
Sadly not. Only a small handful of events over the years have been recorded on these spec... And by the time the next scroll weaver is appointed, my time is...
So...
While I haven't gotten to the bottom precisely, it's nothing to be worried about. Simply a means of validating my... I can explain. This garb is one of...
Oh...
Please, follow me. Do you see this scroll? Today's test is quite...
That's it?
I assure you, but then we will be no close. Good.
Whoa, we really did get teleported. Let's take a look around and see what we can find. so many woven scrolls here? Paimon remembers seeing some of them before. This one really stands out from the rest. Yeah, you're... Over there, something just flashed. Oh, Rob! Aha! There is something hiding here! Yep, this looks like our ticket out of this place. Whew! We finally made it out!
It is just as I thought. Yes,
Sure did.
this specific kind of scroll, it is a most mysterious. Yet there are those who are born with a natural ability to...
You mean...
That space you just entered was an centuries ago. A great shaman by the name of Huitzilin. It exists to this day. And although I have not managed to decipher how it works, I have at least found out how to turn it on, and once someone is trapped inside, it is all but impossible. Clearly, you must have this ability, which leads...
Another secret power? Traveler, you are full? Still, having this ability doesn't change the...
Don't worry about that. The method for weaving this kind of scroll, if my suspicions are correct, the dyeing process is all...
Cool! We'll follow your lead!
Great! Then please, we'll make a few sample. If you agree to help, you can...
Agreed! Especially if there's a...
given the stake...
more work to...
thankfully, your guide is wait...
I take it you're the ones...
Yep!
Call me Toltec.
The wind knows me. A fateful offering. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go.
Shine down!
What nature?
Fire! Well, coming at ya!
Into the wind.
Hey there!
My wait was not in vain.
I'm loving this treasure hunt. So the dye is somewhere in this cave, huh?
This is as far as I can take.
What?
Kind of a long story. Many years ago, however, to bypass.
Oh,
The strange thing is, since it was sealed off, the only. According to her. But I digress. Sorry,
so you're sure you...
I'll pass. I guess it's.
Aw,
Don't worry. Unlike our chief.
fair enough. Looks like there's no way past. Maybe try the same thing as before? Watch out! Hey there! Hey, it worked! Let's head in and take a look. This should be the place. That fruit Toltec mentioned should be the one on the wall, right? Now the only question is, which ones do we pick? Well, go ahead. You saw something, right? Whatever it was, grab it. work for... Oh, no need, Paimon. Let's head back. We're back, and we found the ingredients for the...
Sounds like you made it. It's getting late.
Toltec has updated me on your...
Sure thing. Here's the stuff.
I see.
Got it.
Please come with... Take a look at this. It's a woven scroll. The person depicted is the legendary shaman. She was a special... This scroll is a record of her deeds, and was most likely the work of her own hand. Sadly, since she passed... That's a good way of putting it. My only quibble with your friend... Bring out the samples. Now, as I mentioned, the dyeing process is a little complicated, but I am the pattern has already been sketched out on the sample. So, you just need to dye each block with the correct color. But you'll need to wait for the dye to fully soak. Ha ha ha! Good! The dye is taken to the fabric, and the pattern is crisp and...
Okay, final step. Did it work? Paimon doesn't see it.
Oh, that color isn't showing up. Oh, the dyeing has failed. No, your technique was flawless. You did everything exactly as instructed.
Then what went...
It could be the weaving technique.
Sorry, Paimon wishes we could...
I am the one who should be apologized. I will, of course, honor my commitment to compensate you for your trouble, but I do hope you won't give up on this task.
Don't worry, Paimon does have a question. You said you're...
I think you perhaps misunderstood my philosophy, but that's okay. I can answer your question, but there's somewhere I need to show you first.
Oh, sure. It's gone!
Now,
Whoa, that graffiti!
in all the years since it is true that I seek to bring new life to this ancient tribe through change and reform. But I also understand the foremost of these is the way we record.
Oh, that makes sense.
Since the very beginnings, our tribe has always sought to... So, whatever it...
You're completely right.
It's quite all right.
Huh? That's a little concerning. Let's go over there and see. Also, how did they get this close to a tribal settlement? Huh. All the Fatui left in Natlan are probably the captain's subordinates. That basically... Still, what's a Fatu's...
Following orders.
Hey, what's with the attitude? Can the Fatui even work for a...
This is Grudok. I hired him to be my bodyguard in Natlan. As you can see, he's not the My original plan was to hire someone from the local tribes. I was told they were capable fighters and had the time to spare, so they fit the bill.
So that's what happened. Then...
Precisely! Montluçon, at your service. I work in the
Oh, you...
A golden-haired traveler with a floating companion. Your exploits in Fontaine have all the makings of a best-selling series. I'd be a failure of a book merchant if I couldn't recognize.
Wow! We're really famous at this point, Trav.
It's truly my lucky day. I know this is...
So, you...
You'll be generously rewarded.
Well, at least he got straight to the point. Should we hear him?
You know the great shaman Sitla...
Yeah, the chances of her helping a random stranger just be... Yeah, see...
I heard about that. If you manage it...
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of a long story, and there's tribal history involved, so you should hear it from an expert. Alie, if you could.
Of course. I don't often have an eager audience for this kind of thing. Nice to meet you. The name's Alie. I'm a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. Unlike most researchers, I have a keen interest in ancient ruins. That's why I was invited to join Monsieur Montluçon's team. Have you heard of the legend of the great shaman Huitziline? Yes, according to lead, amazingly, the color was entrap all the enemies.
Anyway, that's the gist of it. We don't want to take up too much of your time. That story is when I heard this story, historical records, even within the mass, if that were the case.
But if you...
Well, you see, that's why I'm here. But I would...
According to my research, not to mention that...
We've been over this, Alier. There's no need...
Seat Lolly?
Exactly. If she agrees to be...
Oh, that's what...
So, what do you say?
Well, it's not that we don't want to help you. Oh, right. The duty that... Who knows? All right, we'll help you convince Seat Lolly.
Of course.
Loving this treasure hunt.
So, this is where the great shaman...
For someone like Seat Lolly, it actually makes a lot of...
Is this graffiti her work too? I wonder if it's a cultural practice. If I could just copy it down.
We're here for a reason, Alier. As agreed, you two can do the talking.
Okay, we'll go knock on the door. Seat Lolly? Are you there? We need your help with something! Oh, no response. Maybe she's not home. Oh, Granny Eatsley? Are you...
Hey, kid! If you're here to challenge me, book an appointment first!
Looks like we came at a bad time. Well, at least we didn't get... Huh. So this is where Sweet Lolly lives.
I, didn't have time to fully clean. Besides, in light novel. Also, I'm...
She sure does care a lot about what we've...
Oh, and that spell I used to transfer my senses... It's my duty as a great shaman to...
Oh, you mean when we could hear your thoughts? Nope. It's been so long, we don't have...
Oh, then why do I hear the travel...
What?
I can still hear you. Don't bother. I'll find... It's just a simple spell. I use it on... forget...
Well, someone asked us to...
So they asked the hero of Natland to put in a good word?
The pay is really good.
Doesn't matter. I'm busy.
She sure doesn't look busy. Paimon knew this wouldn't get us anywhere.
From you?
Yeah, we were given a secret duty.
Huh?
We were surprised too. After all, but with Chef Biram's help, we still haven't succeeded. But the historical event... She's giving us that face again.
I can't decide whether this twist is completely out of the blue, or...
And there's still hope.
Hey! What's the holdup? Just give us an answer already.
You agreed to let us do the talking! See, Molly?
Stand down, Grudok! As your employer, if I tell you to...
Understood.
You're the great shaman who's been alive for centuries? But you're so...
You're lucky you didn't force Sweet Lolly.
Well, since you're here, how about a discussion?
Do you have any idea who I am? Did you think Granny Eatsley would be fooled by your little performance?
I
have no intention of speaking to you. Your recent hire interrupted me right as I was about to make an important decision. Pull a trick like that again, and I'll make your lives a living horror novel, except 10 times worse. That's all I came out here to say.
Whoa.
Traveler, we have a discussion to finish.
You live up to your name, Granny Itztli. I apologize for the offense. I'm just surprised the Battle of Seven Colors didn't pique your interest.
You're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Ah, the Traveler didn't get to that part? Yes, I thought the Traveler could help me convince you. But, if I'm not mistaken, you have a personal interest in this matter, don't you? I heard that the great shaman Huitzilin was a friend of yours. You two must have been close. If I can resolve the controversy and prove the battle took place, I'll include it in my next collection. Then, all of Teyvat will learn the truth. With your support, your friend's heroic deeds will once again be known throughout the land. Inspiring, don't you think?
If this is really about that duty, then... fine. I'll help you.
I'm honored.
Save it! I agreed to help the Traveler.
Well, at least she agreed to help.
Who are you calling heartless?
Not a problem. I always planned to work with the Traveler. So, did you directly experience any events of the battle? Do you...
Talk at me, why don't you? Fine. No? I did live during the same era as her, but that doesn't mean we experienced the same events. You decide the angle of your investigation, and I'll provide answers if I'm familiar with the subject.
Alright. Even if you didn't witness the battle yourself, you still lived through that era. Alier, you had an idea about where to start, yes?
Oh, well, my plan was to consult the members of the tribe in charge of recording history.
Then, let's start. Traveler, what do you say to...
You don't seem super invested in this whole thing, Sweet Lolly.
The Battle of Seven Colors is something I've only ever heard about. I know as much—
But how? Weren't you alive when it happened?
I wasn't there when it took place, and she never—
But Molo Saw said the two of you were
close friends. More like arch rivals. Something Montluçon would know if he actually did his research. Did you see the graffiti outside my house? All students from Wheatsealing School of Shamanism. Those graffiti drawings are how they challenged me. Of course, none of them. So, after Wheatsealing's death, her students had— As my rival, Wheatsealing, it makes perfect sense that she kept it from me.
Oh, that makes—
Anyway, all of that is secondary. Don't misunderstand. This duty is important for my tribe, too. A great shaman should do her part to see it done. Excuse you? I fail to see what housekeeping has to do with my duty as a Why is it that you're the one whose thoughts are exposed, but I'm still the one suffering?
Excuse me, Great Shaman, but we have a situation over here. We could really use your help.
Okay.
Of course the Battle of Seven Colors happened. The woven scroll proves it. Wheatsealing used a—
That's just your interpretation. There's more than one way to understand that scroll. Besides,
Wheatsealing was one of the most powerful—
that's the biggest problem. She had a technique that powerful, and
Her students are keeping it a secret, of course.
Oh, I didn't mean to cause an argument. I just wanted to ask.
Of course it took place. Why w—
you'll have to excuse him. Some people—
Please don't fight.
Wow, so the battle really is controversial.
Am I the outdated one? Kids these days can't find—
These arguments are precisely why I hesitate. Neither side was able to offer anything useful.
Wheatsealing was a passionate teacher. We were— Still, if the technique is powerful enough to single-handed— We should check with the students from her school. If we—
But as far as I know, most of the shamans—
right. The obsidian—
Is there a
Most of Wheatsealing's students are respected priests in the tribe. But that means that those who hold the position— If I show up without—
Yeah, Paimon—
Hey, don't jump to conclusions! That was just a metaphor! Only you have the guts to joke like that with me, Traveler. Fine, I said I'd help, so I'll help. But don't blame me if it goes wrong.
Alright, the rest of you can wait for us here.
we appreciate that.
Are you in the middle of a ceremony?
Granny Eatsley?
What is she doing?
Did some coward not show up after challenging?
Or is she here to offend?
Whoa. It's like they really...
No matter what, we'll defend our dignity.
You talk a big game for someone who lost to me the most.
What?
All I want is to ask some...
So, you're here to...
Someone didn't sit pretty for their beating? Is that it?
We should just run!
Yeah, with the hero of Natland here, Granny Eatsley will be on her...
Sure.
Oh, it's the Traveler and his companion.
We wanted to ask about...
Huh. So you can eradicate...
Disciples of our school have challenged her year after...
Well, you're not wrong.
If we want to protect our legacy, one of us needs to run!
Not this again. Just how much did you traumatize them, Seatlap?
Hey! You can't just say whatever you want just because it's in your head. I'm Granny Eatsley. A mere mention of my name and kids burst into tears. Love and respect? No one has the guts for that. You know what? Forget about your duty. We really need to fix this mind-reading situation.
Sorry to disappoint, but if you're here to question whether we're qualified to inherit our master's legacy, we're not going down without a fight.
We're not getting anywhere. What should we do, Traveler?
Huh? Oh, it's you.
Elder Tlapo! Oh, we must have disturbed your meditation. Our deepest apologies. Please forgive us.
Did Elder Tlapo just...
From what I can tell, in a single word, the message was... friend?
Is Elder Tlapo telling us to treat Granny Eatsley as a friend?
That's not possible, is it?
Oh, you forget yourselves, my friends. You are esteemed priests of our tribe. Where are your manners?
But Chief!
I didn't expect to see you here, great shaman. My sincere apologies for the lack of hospitality.
Well, I wasn't exactly planning to come to this crowded place. So you can save the pleasantries, Chief. I'd rather get this over with.
Understood. Now, as successors of Huitzilin, I understand your friction with Granny Eatsley. However, Elder Tlapo's declarations have always showed us the correct path. You would do well to respect his counsel. So, mind your manners and allow Granny Eatsley to ask her questions.
Whew! Good thing Elder Tlapo and Chief Biram are on our side. Hi there, Elder Tlapo! Hey, he seems pretty happy to see us.
He's the one who put you in charge of the scroll, right?
Yeah, Elder Tlapo appointed us to the task.
Elder Tlapo, huh? He's still claw to me. Hey, don't pull that cutesy stuff with me. You're an Iktomi-Sor Elder now. You occupy an eminent and important position within the tribe.
So, you already know each other?
Claw was only this big when we first met. He was with Celine's Saurian companion back then. She kept dragging him to my place, she only came to my place to fight me. But at the same time, she always claimed to be my friend. She was the only one who dared to try, at least.
Well, you've lived a long time. You've probably made a...
The more time you have, the more friends you lose.
Oh,
Anyway, let's get back to business. I hate talking about the past. Oh, 200 years and you still haven't given up, Claw? I still haven't made up my mind, so you should head back. Traveler, Paimon, let's go.
Oh, wait. We haven't reached out since the last time we failed the task, huh?
I'm just grateful you haven't
Actually, we have good news! We found it!
I'm all ears.
It's the Battle of Seven
Wheat Zeline's claim to fame? That sounds promising. But the battle took place hundreds of years ago. An investigation is bound to be difficult.
True, but Granny Easterly promised to help.
Is that so? I've tried seeking her help in the past, but I never managed to coax her out.
Hey, don't come-
forgive.
Paimon said you've been trying to figure out how to weave the special scroll.
It is my duty.
Why bother?
If I may, memory is sacred to our tribe. I'm sure a great shaman understands that better than a humble junior like myself. Something this important cannot be left to baseless rumors. I know you don't concern yourself with the daily affairs of the tribe, Granny Easterly. Even so, as a priestess, I trust you wouldn't leave something like that to chance.
I get your point. Of course, the one time I wish you could read my mind, it doesn't work. No, that's not it!
Huh?
It's not important. Rest assured, Baram, with my help, the Traveler and Paimon will definitely be able to complete the task.
You have my thanks, then.
So are you here to test whether we're qualified?
You've already been tested, haven't you? Well, frankly speaking, I don't think any of you are qualified. But that's not why I'm here. All you need to do is be good and answer my questions.
Fine. Ask away.
You've heard of the Battle of Seven Colors, right?
Of course. It's our master's claim to fame. An immortal legend inscribed in the very history of our tribe.
Then I'm sure you know there are those who question whether it actually occurred.
I did hear people arguing about that the other day.
It's disgraceful. How can they question something like that?
It doesn't surprise me. Natlan has had more tourism lately. A lot of people have started getting strange ideas after interacting with Outlanders. After all, everyone who took part in the battle has returned to the ley lines. Without witnesses, it's hard to refute detractors.
Well, it just so happens the questions I want to ask are directly related to the legitimacy of this battle.
Listen, we know you were rivals, but do you really have to question her legacy?
You think she's like you? Someone who can't survive a little scrutiny?
No, of course not.
Then let me finish. During the battle, Wheatsealing most likely used a technique powerful enough to turn the tides of war. I'm sure she was very proud of it. Proud enough to pass it on to her disciples. So, which one of you inherited that technique?
I don't think any of us have heard of it.
Listen, I'm not trying to take it for myself, so be honest. With or without it, I can wipe the floor with any of you.
Yeah, no objections there. But I'm telling the truth. None of us have ever heard of that technique.
What's wrong with her? Why would she let it go extinct?
Master's body of work is massive. No one student could hope to learn all her techniques. Mastering just a few already takes a lot of effort. Master had no choice but to recruit many students, split up what she knew into different portions, and pass it down through various individuals. So even though we see ourselves as representatives of Wheatsealing's school of shamanism, what we know isn't the sum of her legacy. Actually, I know of a shaman family that inherited some of Master's techniques. The family fell on hard times and lost the right to the priesthood. Still could be worth a shot.
But if they inherited Wheatsealing's secret techniques, shouldn't the family be thriving?
Well, it's the only thing I can think of.
All right, give me their address.
I'll mark it out on your map.
To be honest, I'm not optimistic about the That's because the request came from you. You don't know the power of your own words, do you?
Proving the legitimacy of this battle seems more hopeless by the second.
Nothing we can do about that.
Well, even if our investigation ultimately proves the legend to be false, that's still a worthwhile result. Although I'm here for business purposes, I have a personal interest in this as well. I'm drawn to matters of historical truth.
That's exactly why I chose to follow you, Monsieur Montluçon.
Listen, I'm just updating you on the situation, not asking for your opinion. I don't really care whether you continue your investigation. And Traveler, you came to me for help with your scroll weaving duty, right? You thought looking into the Battle of Seven Colors could give you answers. That's understandable. But based on our progress, I'd say this is a dead end. Instead of wasting time, you might consider taking a different approach. I'll try to think of another way to help you.
Respected Traveler, let's not forget about the compensation I promised.
What makes you say that?
Yeah, based on what you've told us so far, it kinda seems like there's unresolved tension between you two.
You think so?
She claimed to be your friend, but picked fights with you non-stop, and never told you about her biggest accomplishment. By figuring out the truth behind the battle, maybe we can finally help you get closure.
Closure? I'd say we're 200 years too late. But fine, if you want to keep investigating, be my guest.
Ah, that's wonderful news.
Alright, let's go visit the shaman family! Hello, are you Aisha Man?
Yep, that's me. Huh? Granny Eatsley!
Get up! In a crowded market like this, the only person who should be trying to hide is me.
My apologies. Ever since my grandfather's generation, the shamans of my family have given up on passing your trial, Granny Eastley. Have we offended you in some other capacity?
Man, this is generational trauma at this point.
Whenever I misbehaved as a kid, Grandpa would tell me about the thrashing he received from Granny Eastley. I still get nightmares about it sometimes.
Hey, don't get any funny ideas. This was your idea, remember? Keep asking your questions. I'm going to find somewhere quiet to wait.
Okay, so your family studied under Wheat Ceiling, right?
Yes, although that pretty much ended with my grandfather's generation, unfortunately. The techniques my family learned from Wheat Ceiling didn't have much practical use in terms of tribal affairs, so during my grandfather's time, we quit the priesthood. Turns out, shaman techniques aren't that useful outside the priesthood either. So over time, we abandoned them altogether. Of course, it's possible that we were just too foolish to understand the true power of those teachings. After all, Wheat Ceiling was a genius. None of her students have been able to fully reproduce her talent.
Do you know which techniques were passed on to your family?
I'm not sure. As a kid, I remember hearing my grandfather talk about them, but it's not like I can use them myself.
Just think about it for a sec. Do you remember anything about a technique that can decide the outcome of a battle?
Decide the outcome of a battle? Besides, my family wasn't really known for our talent. If a technique like that exists, I doubt Wheat Ceiling would pass it. You might have better luck asking one of the priests. They're descendants of Wheat Ceiling's most gifted students.
Well, looks like we're back where we started.
Still no definitive evidence the Battle of Seven Colors took place.
All we have are non-witness accounts. We could put together an interview, but that's not—
Then we have to keep going.
Oh, you're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Yeah, you know—
Not a lot, but there's something special about my family. In addition to shaman technique, say what you want about my ancestors' dedication to shamanism, but they definitely paid attention to those stories. And of course, the Battle of Seven Colors is the most exciting story of them all.
We don't need another story. We need something concrete. Does no one in your tribe understand that?
I'm not sure if this is helpful, but the story passed down in my family is a little different from the one told in the tribe.
Really?
Well, it's Wheat Ceiling's personal account of the events, so, for example, in the version I heard, the battle took place in a location known as Chico Mostuk Cave.
That means you can tell us where to find it!
Unfortunately—
I studied maps of Natlan before we left, Monsieur Montluçon. I don't remember ever seeing such a name.
Could your ancestors be mistaken, Mr. Shaman?
It's unlikely. My family may have let the shamanism side of things fall by the wayside, but in the words of my grandfather, some things deserve to be passed down.
If Whitzelin's version of events differs so much from the general understanding—
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Oh, hold on. You mentioned the Chico Mostuk cave?
Oh, yes? Can I clear something up for you?
It's been more than 200 years.
What do you mean?
That location is now known as the Valley of Fog. The Chico Mostuk cave is what it was called 200 years ago.
Precisely when Wheat Ceiling was alive. That means, Monsieur Montluçon, we can confirm the original site of the battle. Once we get there, the evidence we—
Just when we thought all hope was lost.
Save it. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me.
Wait, Mr. Montluçon works in publishing.
You're really?
Out of print, huh? Sure. Do you—
Well, if we're talking collectibles, then the first edition of Shogun Almighty Reborn as Raiden with Unlimited Power is it's the first major hit of the isekai genre. Several editions have gone to print, but copies of the first edition are exceedingly rare and
I see.
There's also its sister work, Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. It was Yae Publishing House's attempt at gauging the new market trends. It's opened the door to a new genre after readers grew tired of isekais. The sales speak for themselves. Actually, Yae Publishing House released a limited edition not too long ago, but it's almost impossible to get. Anyway, I'll take those two.
Sorry, I'm not sure I caught all that. What?
These two titles are among the most successful and well-known works in the entire industry.
I'm a merchant from Fontaine, after all. Regarding this particular... Of course! Sounds...
Once we get there, it'll take a bit more work to determine the actual location. Right now, all we have is a general idea.
Well, I'm sure Miss Sitlali can help us with that.
Have you even looked at the time? It's already evening, and I have important plans tonight. You expect me—
well... What do you think, Traveler? Okay, we'll find a place to rest—
He's persistent, huh?
How about noon?
Do we have to wait that?
Great shamans have important matters to attend to in the morning. That's only because I have important tasks to complete.
All right, as Miss Sitlali instructed. Let's meet back up tomorrow at noon. We'll be waiting at the exit of the tribal settlement.
Sorry. I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, good. I'm glad I didn't offend her somehow.
You're really that scared of her?
To be honest, Granny Eatsley almost never interacts with ordinary tribespeople like us. Everything we know about her, she's a powerful shaman who's lived for over 200 years. As a great...
Well, thanks for today, Sweet Lolly.
That's quite considerate.
Wait, didn't you say you had—
What did you think I'm—
Does that mean you've gone drinking every night for the—
No, I've had enough socializing for one day. I know— Which will also give us a chance to solve the mind-reading issue. Considering the necessary spell work, I'd rather do it in private. No, further up.
Further up? Whoa, this is like a secret base!
Sometimes I want the fresh air. Let's see if my stash is still here. Ah, great! The halberd crest birds didn't... the mind reading issue. Give me your hand. It might take a little longer, actually. I just need to share my... And... you're not wrong. Hold on! Why do I still hear you in my head? Oh, did I not separate our senses completely? Maybe you... Oh, please work, please work. A great shaman should be able to handle this. Okay, what about now? Huh? And now? Huh. Whenever I try to remove the... That was just to help with the spell. Ah, shoot. I still hear you. For a human soul, to lose the boundaries of the mind is to
Wait, that's
I read that in a light novel. When it...
is he Lolly?
Anyway...
Well, hearing the Traveler's thoughts isn't that bad, right? You should just tease him, that's what...
It's just... Sorry, I said we could be friends, but I guess I'm not ready. I'm used to being Granny Eatsley.
Yeah, Paimon's been wondering. Why do you insist on living so far away? You could easily become a lead...
When you live as long as me, a person is like a flower. The color draws you in. You water it to see it bloom. It rewards you with its fragrance, but it doesn't last. With the passing of the seasons, even if the same plot of soil is covered in flowers the fall, that's just how it is. Most of the people in my life will be gone one day, just like a flower. Getting close means losing friend after friend for hundreds of years, until the weight of their memories crushes my soul. If people don't care about me, then I don't have to care about them.
See, Lolly...
You won't live as long as me, so you don't have to worry about that. Really? Then you should understand. Traveler?
Is something wrong?
Stupid mind-reading side effect won't go away. It's not like I want to hear you complain about me all the time.
Okay, she's definitely drunk.
I'm not drunk. I remember everything the Traveler said. Just gotta think...
Uh-oh, not this again. Is she asleep?
I'm fine.
Is she talking in her sleep or talking to us? She's...
Bye. Gonna walk back alone. Need some time.
All right.
I do love
Spina di Rosula's logo.
This should be the place. Who knows if selama...
Ahem.
Selami!
No need to sound so surprised. Drinking is just a... Last night doesn't count. It was a minor slip-up, that's all. Anyway, I gave everything a lot of thought, and I think you're right about something. The Battle of Seven Colors holds the key to a lot of the...
So that's why you're...
Traveler, great shaman. Sorry to keep you waiting. Shall we head out?
Just follow me.
Of course.
This should be it.
So the battlefield isn't...
That could explain a lot of our act.
Don't lose focus. Once we get to the actual site of the battle, all the evidence needed for publication will be at our fingertips.
Everyone ready?
So the Abyss invaded through a cave like...
When the Abyss first began to corrode the ley lines, they took every open...
All the items here should be useful.
You're not to touch a single one without...
I don't support invasive excavation techniques either.
Ah, of course. I'll defer to the experts on this matter. Well, shall we continue?
Show no mercy!
There are weapons here from every tribe in Natlan. The battle must have encompassed the entire nation.
Sounds like we're getting closer to what the legend describes. But all we can really say is that a battle took place here. There's still no evidence of any
Wow, you're really invested in the battle.
Grudok, send some of your men to search the area.
All the bases.
Don't jump to conclusions. Of course this isn't the site of the actual battle.
This wall is in our way!
I might have an idea. Traveler, try removing that sphere. Get to work!
Whoa, we passed straight through! What?
It's very close to the technique Wheatsealing might have used.
That's it? Doesn't quite compare to the scale described in the legend.
Still, what a terrific archaeological
Enough chit-chat. We should keep going. Hold on. If we step here, we might fall through.
You mean there are traps in here?
Remember how we were able to pass through the wall just now? It must have been because, on our person, we were carrying the same color as the wall. Let's put the spear down and see what happens.
Whoa, you're right. We can keep going now. Wait, what was that? What?
Look! A maze made of colors.
It's real. I can't believe it.
Hold on. The quality of this space. This isn't reality. It's a realm of memory.
Huh?
No. This is a space constructed using memory.
Correct?
Wheat ceiling?
What?
No. It's just a trick.
Friends, this is my question to you. What, after all, that is why, with our memories, I have discovered the perfect, the more cherished, guided by vibrant color without that capacity. So, be...
Any ideas, Sweet Lolly?
Sounds like she left a tutorial. Return to the skies! Show no mercy!
There are monsters here too?
Abyss creatures. Likely trapped here for some time. Looks like a few monsters made it out of the battle all those years ago. Incoming! Shine down!
Coming at you! Watch out! What's with these color-changing blocks? You and Sweet Lolly fell through all of a sudden! You scared Paimon half to death!
Must be one of the mechanics of the maze. I'm guessing the purpose is to help.
Oh no! More monsters?
Ah, shoot. They're blocking the way forward. Let's get rid of them. Watch out! Incoming!
Burn!
Show no mercy!
This place is so pretty. If not for those monsters, Paimon would have never guessed this was a battlefield.
The showmanship's not bad, I'll give her that.
Is this a bridge made of colors?
Don't sound so surprised. We just need to cross and we should reach the end. Hold on.
Whoa, so pretty! The thing inside...
It's like a miniature blueprint.
That color.
The dye was modified using a secret technique to... Without that power, it's just a normal dye. I would say this is the most direct evidence that
The expert has spoken!
Perhaps I could take a closer look?
No, you may not.
What are you doing?
You noticed my signal. Not bad, Traveler.
Huh. So, you've been watching me.
A self-proclaimed book merchant who's never heard of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with... I knew you were fishy.
Monsieur Montluçon, we just need a few pictures for our research, not...
Shut it! I couldn't care less about preserving this piece of...
But then there would be no evidence to prove...
What if that was my goal all along?
What?
Huh. Pretending to be a book merchant? But the dime that's...
We've received a report that your advertisement in the paper makes false claims.
False claims? The dye I advertised is an unprecedented innovation.
Unfortunately, it's even more miraculous.
How?
Calm down, sir.
Sorry, it's Fontaine's pub. We don't need to...
That...
What if I give you a portion of the...
You're trying to bribe me?
Ah. I knew if I was just... But now? Huh.
Even when the...
Ha! Truth is in the eye of the beholder. All I have to do... Once my report is accepted as fact, no one can accuse me of making false claims.
That's off...
That plan hasn't changed. Ah, you mean a hero of Natlin who's not actually from? From a practical...
Shows what...
Oh, since you like...
Ah, I knew from the beginning that you would accept my invitation. You've lived with the backing of the printing industry. I can take... And in my...
That's not...
That's a no.
Done running your mouth?
If this comes to a fight, per my contract, you're gonna have to go through me.
That's right.
Wait!
The captain, united in the...
Regret
This man?
It's all been a lie from the very
I don't care.
Pay the dues. Come with nature.
A proper send-off from the Cedar with Love.
Hey there! Eat Lolly, eat Papa, get him! Fulfill our pact! Watch out! Ha! Ha!
Put your back into it.
You need a hurry up.
Inazuma shines eternal. Shine down.
Suffer the wrath of Easley!
As one with wind and cloud.
The wind knows me.
There is no escape.
Watch out! Coming at ya! That's what you get for messing with the hit.
Not good. This is becoming more trouble than it's worth.
Hey, what about our contract?
Our boss never signs a contract without loopholes. Even a veteran businessman like yourself fell into his trap. Go home and read the fine print. The other stipulations have been... Oh, and for security purposes, all explosives have been rigged to blow at...
What? This whole place...
We're supposed to wait until I made it out.
That depends on how fast you can run. I'm off.
You think you can just waltz out of here? Traveler, stop them, and then...
If I'm caught, I implicate my boss.
Wait! Don't!
Where are we? Back in the maze? Good point. She'll know. Let's see. See, Lolly! Oh, looks like it's not gonna be that easy. What should we do? The special color? The one you saw on that woven scroll? Why would it appear around here? You're right. Lead the way, traveler.
He triggered it just like that? If the technique isn't activated correctly...
Instead of a... If you cannot...
I knew it!
I appreciate...
This is no time for a reunion! Can you...
You misunderstand.
What do you... You just need to...
The maze you saw when people leave these connections... That is how... But... This space, because there are no...
Oh,
well...
That's only because you never gave me a moment's peace!
Sweet Lolly.
But... You're special...
So, you think...
After what I... But... You... I'm getting...
Sweet Lolly.
You mean...
That color is more specific than truth. Yes. You are so I wanted...
Your color.
One day.
I have to get out of here.
See, Lolly, what are you...
I understand the true principle of this technique now. If I can't construct an exit, then...
But you could...
I know. But my memory is just a blank canvas I've neglected for 200 years. Traveler?
When you entered the the Night Kingdom, this means...
What did you say?
Although he does... That was enough to... Well, see, Lolly...
Traveler? Traveler!
That's... See Lolly's voice! She's just a bit...
This is goodbye, my friend. Your memories over the past 200 years are...
Wheat Sealy.
See Lolly!
Paimon! Traveler! Hold my hand.
Did we teleport out? Man, that place was so... Woo! We made it out just in time! Wonder what happened to the...
He was most likely trapped in the external structures supporting...
He still preferred that to being caught, huh? They were standing a bit further away.
Hello?
It's one of Malu-san's employees!
Oh, I can explain. I had no idea Malu-san was such a terrible person. I'm so glad.
Either way.
I understand.
Anyway.
He went that way, but I'm not sure if you can catch up.
That way? Huh. Unlucky traveler.
Hey, it's Elder Tlapo and a group of Ictomisaurs! They caught...
Something felt off about him yesterday.
My bank balance! No! No!
What's wrong with you?
That's one of the tricks Claw uses to scare people. He makes people hallucinate. It's particularly effective on...
Serves him!
I know.
Was that a...
Forget about him for now. The Ictomisaurs will make sure Montluçon doesn't escape.
Right! This...
Don't worry. We deal... Oh, and travel... I knew you'd want to tag... Now, when it comes to weaving the scroll itself, you don't actually need to lift a finger.
What are you saying, See?
Follow me.
Whoa, look at this place. Do you weave scrolls too?
Scrolls. Scrolls? I thought you were going to show me your masterpiece.
That I am, old friend. The technique I'm about to show you.
Fine. What is it? You probably want to challenge me, right? I know you don't have the strength for a real...
Old friend. My life is nearing its end. I'm afraid.
Hey.
Don't worry. I trust in the belief of our tribe. That death is not the end, but the beginning of a new existence in the Night Kingdom, where everything is made of memories. So, do you know why our ancestors insist? Because history... We give our scrolls an orange hue, so the dead can still feel the warmth of the setting sun. We decorate them with kernels of grain fruit.
I know that, but something...
As your friend... I don't have long, Sipali. Oh, I'm not sure I can truly explain my decision. But I know you will understand one day. For now...
Just this once. I understand now, Weak Zealine. Just like you said I would. Claw, help me move this outside. I'm going to color it. Traveler, Paimon?
We are like birds, soaring through the horizon.
I linger between brushes of memory, seeking the color of my final journey. When I get there, may there be feathers to paint the sky, shades of rose. And fields of green to beckon adventurous souls. And azure oceans with which to sail into the unknown. And volcanoes too, where, despite the danger, hidden treasure waits to be found. And graffiti art, of course. Without that color, just imagine the dullness of night.
Anything else?
In the end, I hope everyone remembers my color too.
In the end, I hope everyone remembers your color too. All in all, it was just a technique for coloring a scroll.
The task I'm entrusting to you is much more than that. Farewell, my friend.
I knew you would understand.
This is the special scroll. Hold on. You've lived for more than
Oh, well, it's not like the fact that it turned into some kind.
You've carried the...
Traveler. The essence of that color is memory. Passing the technique on, even though I only can. And, well, ever since.
Oh, yeah.
It was her. But Claw never stopped appointing new candidates to weave the scroll. Despite knowing I knew exactly what he was doing. And this time, though, take this.
What is it?
If I had to choose my color, countless people exist in my since you have a long... just keep it safe.
Whoa. It's a little early to talk about...
Isn't that what...
Okay.
Actually, sharing senses, although I didn't... And that connection...
So, you can... And that's why the Traveler could hear your thoughts...
Quick thinking. But that's why I can still hear the Traveler's thoughts. There's no need to worry, though.
Oh.
I lied. Hearing each other's thoughts actually did... So, after everything we just went through, I bet you can hear me again. I knew it. Since the connection between our memories is already there... Just messing with you. It'll probably take some time, though. So bear with me for now. Besides, I'm an open book. It's not like you're gonna hear anything embarrassing. Oh, unless I've had a few drinks. A shame? I mean, if you ever miss this whole telepathy mess, I could always share my senses with you again. No promises, though. Some thoughts are better kept to yourself.
Huh?
Ah, you did it?
Wow! Elder Talapa.
Yeah, we should explain.
You
don't look...
It makes perfect. Now, it's just a matter... From your
Well...
In that case, I must... After all, you completed your...
Alright, we'll...
We interrogated the... He hired people to spread misinformation about the... We now have a record of his crime.
So he was behind the controversy in the first place. Anyway, that clears it up. People don't just...
Until we...
You told him...
Yep, we left...
You could have just said it was a gift from... I guess he is...
There you are. I've been looking...
Oh, it's the other...
Please, come. I'll be heading back. I'd like to ask some questions about Huitzilin.
Questions?
Don't misunderstand. I believe amazing stories is...
All right, you can...
Important.
Oh, thank you very much.
Another day, another drained... Uh-huh.
Oh, that!
You're telling me. But I don't...
Of course! We'll get...
Sent to me.
And this is?
The key to my house. Don't bother knocking.